Hi everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus. So last time out we started off the Chapter 6 side story, focusing on Rion and her kind of recovery from all the shit she went through in Chapter 6. And we basically found out that basically the Hokuto group has basically been keeping an eye on her, to make sure that nothing weird is kind of happening with the angel powers kind of residing within her. And we found out that basically at the end of the last part that something was going off. This is what it was. Basically, there's an Eclipse gate here, which has just shown up out of nowhere, because that's what happens in these side stories, apparently. So yeah, and Rion wants to go in and basically test out her powers and try and see if she can be of, see if she could be of use to the other members of the XRC. So yeah, it's going to be Rion teaming up with Mitsuki and Asuka to kind of head into this Eclipse. Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, you pick either Asuka or Mitsuki to go in with you. I don't think it really changes anything. I don't think it really changes anything. It's just, if you go with Asuka, then obviously, you go with Asuka. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There's I guess it would kind of depend. I guess if, because you get friendship kind of relationship kind of points. So I guess if one of them is not fully maxed out on their maxed out with their affinity level, then I guess it would make sense to take that person in with you. But it really doesn't really matter. Anyway, I also kind of like that as well, that Asuka kind of mentions that Shinomiya, that Yuki and Sora went through the same thing. Went through a similar thing. What am I doing here? There you go. Which I kind of like, kind of referencing to a previous side story that we went through. So that's kind of nice. I already talked about this, but basically Rion is kind of basically shorter range, but she also hits a lot harder. She's I think she's the character which I've used the least. I think Ko and Asuka are probably the ones that I've used the most. Why am I moving so slowly? Gotta move so slow. Am I? Oh, I'm frozen, that's why. Fuck. I just didn't notice. What the hell? What the hell's wrong with me? Breath Potion 3. That's nice. So yeah, this again is... shit. Die. This again is a very similar area to previous side story eclipses that we've gone through. They're not. This one isn't too hard from what I remember. It's just it's a bog standard go through the level kind of thing. It's really not that hard, like at all, really. That enemy there is probably the most annoying out of the lot in this Eclipse, because of the fact that they can kind of shoot lightning at you, which kind of homes in on top of you, which is kind of annoying to deal with. But other than that, the rest of the enemies are all enemies that you've faced before, or variations of. Yeah, I'm kind of like, okay, fuck this. Let's move a bit faster, eh? But yeah, the enemies that you face in this Eclipse are really not that hard at all, and you should be able to deal with any of them pretty comfortably at this point. And yeah, pretty easy in the end. Let's pick up some more shit. Let's get all the shit. Continuing on. So yeah, these guys are kind of annoying as well. I don't like the ones which have the energy repelling barriers, so that you can only get up really close to see. Those guys are annoying. I think as well, if they have a chance of paralyzing you as well, which is fucking annoying. But yeah, I've never liked the enemies that have the barrier that you can't use your ranged attacks on, because it's kind of annoying. Wrong direction. Moving on. Ow, my face. Fuck you. What does that mean, fatal kill? Of course it's a kill. Of course it's fatal. It's a kill. I've never noticed that before. That's kind of dumb. Oh, see, that was instinctive there of just blasting the shit out of him. Yeah, I think I was just making sure to checking to make sure that I couldn't go in that direction. Ow! It's so not fair. Time to die. There you go. My apologies. Yeah, this dungeon is this Eclipse is relatively short from what I remember. It's not super long. I don't think, I'm trying to remember, I think it might be one level. I don't think it's multiple levels, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, Asuka's power is absolutely ridiculous. You know, she's the character, like I say, it's her and Co which I use kind of the most, just because they've got the best kind of compromise, where they hit really fucking hard. But at the same time, they're also fairly quick along the ground. It's one of the problems I have with Shio. You know, he hits fucking hard, but my god, his wind-up of his attacks and the slowness, the slow speed at which he moves is really fucking irritating. Had to die, thank you. Let's keep going. Oh, right. Yeah, this section sucks. So what you want to do here is you want to dive in. You want to do the double jump and dive. And there's some extra stuff for you to find here. Kagura, that's pretty useful to get. Yeah, so you have to kind of jump across. And it's really easy to fall off. Yeah, I kind of fuck up here. I decide to go this way when it's kind of obvious. You know, that I should have hit the... there's a switch over there which I should have hit first before coming over it. But well, yeah, so I fell off and had to... Yeah, this section sucks. Basically, I fell off multiple times and had to climb all the way back up. It was such a pain in the ass. This section in particular is a real pain. Yeah, once you've hit the switch, it actually stays where it's supposed to. Ooh. So yeah, that's probably the most, in my opinion, in all the Eclipses, it's probably the most annoying platforming section in the entire game. It's fucking infuriating. Peed me off to no end. But we're past it now. Alright, let's kill these guys. And yeah, this guy stayed around a bit longer. I think he was a boss in a previous level. Previous area. Oh yeah, he definitely is. He's pretty annoying to deal with, but yeah. You should be, to be fair, you should be powered up enough at this time to pretty much deal with him pretty much instantly. And there you go, yeah, one floor straight through, and that's the end of the palace. That's the end of the Eclipse. Nicely done. All that's left is the boss. So let's get going. Boss time, baby. That's something else I kind of like. That with Rion has her own special kind of animation for moving, where she kind of flies and kind of uses her wings to kind of fly across the ground, rather than, you know, running like with a lot of everybody else. Just basically just runs while holding their weapon, whereas because her weapons are wings, she can actually run pretty. She uses her wings to kind of move about, which I kind of like. It gives her a bit of a unique thing, I guess. So yeah, good test run. So Rion has been able to find her, you know, has shown she can control her powers. Yeah, in terms of the answer, basically she was trying to they were talking in the previous part, weren't they, about why Toa kind of joined the XRC and kind of became their supervisor. It's because she wanted to kind of look after Ko and make sure that he's okay. And so as Rion found her own reason for wanting to do all this shit. Yeah, Ko is specifically, yes. He definitely chose to be involved. He wouldn't take no for a fucking answer. So yeah, I don't think basically she doesn't decide to it's kind of interesting because with Rion, in the chapter, with everybody else, in the chapter that they find their, they awaken to their powers, they kind of, by the end of that the chapter that they're introduced, they kind of they join the group. Whereas with this one, in chapter 6, Rion doesn't join the group. And even when she has her own side story, she doesn't join the group here. She joins the group at the beginning of chapter 7. Which is kind of a different thing than the rest of all the other characters. But anyway, Noah Grendel, the Elder Greed. This, and yeah, he summons 2 angels. This one's fucking hard. First time I played this, I found this boss really fucking hard, just because there was the enemies would just dogpile you, and they were so difficult to kind of deal with. But what you really want to do here is you want to just use your powered up moves straight away, and you want to kind of aim for the main one first. Like, you want to aim for the main body, because as soon as you've defeated the main enemy, then the rest will kind of fall into place. Plus, the angels themselves don't actually have a lot of health, so it's pretty comfortable. Just keep using your superpowered attacks and you should be pretty okay. So yeah, it is best to try and, yeah, attack him, but also try to keep all the moves going. Yeah, he's pretty fucking strong, but his attack's also pretty quick and wide-ranging as well. But I'm going to destroy him. There you go. Design-wise, I actually think he looks kind of lame. It looks. I don't know. It looks kind of something very PS2. It looks like a Heartless from Kingdom Hearts. So yeah. The first time you play it without New Game Plus in it, it is kind of tricky, because obviously, even though the health of the angels is quite low, still the first time you get to this point, it usually takes a number of hits to kind of defeat them and get rid of them, and so they can dogpile you pretty quickly. So it's all about just using your attacks as, you know, as quickly as possible. So, there you go. And so Rion has complete control over her abilities. Yeah. And Toa in that moment is very much similar to how Ko kind of reacts to all that kind of stuff when he's thanked as well. Kind of, I didn't do much. It's typical anime stuff as well, really. And the gate's done. So yeah, they didn't actually get a lot of data on it. So yeah, this is the confirmation that basically that Eclipse that they went in was the same one that Shio and Mitsuki went through as well. So yeah, that's kind of weird, isn't it? What's going on with that? I think we'll find out what's going on with in Chapter 7, so we'll have to wait for that. I like that as well. Toa trying to, you know, keeping Asuka and Mitsuki in line. Don't go off doing stuff by yourself, you arseholes. You do realise you have Spiker, don't you, Rion? You do realise that, right? So yeah, we have a decision from Rion here, but we don't really learn what it is until right at the beginning of Chapter 7. But that's the Chapter 6 side story done. So that's it for this part. Join me next time for the next part of Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus, when we'll be starting the final chapter. Yes, the final full chapter of the game. We'll be going through Chapter 7, the next part. So yeah. See you next time.